Hello, hockey fans, and welcome back to IceHogs Warm-Up. Joseph Zakshevsky with you alongside head coach Jeremy Colliton for the Forest City Diagnostic Imaging Diagnosis of the game as the IceHogs on the road in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada for a two-game set against the Manitoba Moose. And, Coach, leading right into that, the IceHogs playing well, but now you're taking on the top team in the Central Division. I'd imagine as a coaching staff that excites you to see where you gauge at this time of year against a pretty good Manitoba Moose squad.
Yeah, we know they're a good team, and it's a possibility if we do get in, we'd play them. So, be a good test for us in their rink. We haven't been here yet, and I think they've played us tough both times they've come to our rink. So we're excited for it, and certainly the focus is points. We got to get points. We got to put ourselves in a good spot here, and now we got to make sure there's no let up. So we'll be talking about that this morning.
Looking at the back-to-back matchups that you had, or the last two matchups back in Rockford against this group, pretty spread out, and the makeup of both teams maybe a little bit different than what you have coming in. So I'd imagine you can't lean on those past experiences too much. But what do you take away from this Manitoba Moose group?
Well, they were skilled, and they made a lot of plays, and very physical, a lot like the big team, actually. Tough to play against. And I thought played not bad the first game. They just they scored on their chances, and we made some miscues that they capitalized on. I don't think the score was not indicative of the play. And then the second game was a great game. It was a battle, and I expect it'll be kind of like that tonight.
And that last meeting a couple months ago, but an overtime decision between the two clubs out in Rockford. But now for the Rockford IceHogs, playing 8 of their last 9 games rolling in. I mean, how much of that momentum are you leaning on to carry you into big matchups like this?
Yeah, I think it's just experience. This group, I believe, has kind of found the formula for how we need to play to have success. For the most part, we're finding a way to be tight defensively and grind it out a little bit, and special teams, I think, have been much better, and that's been a big part of our success lately. We're kind of playing a playoff style now, and that's allowing us to get points, and we've climbed, as I said earlier, we've climbed into a good situation, and we got to stick with it. It's important we don't forget how we need to play to have success, but I don't think we will.
And now going into tonight's matchup, the IceHogs, if you even have to look back to the last game against Chicago, first period probably didn't go the way you wanted, down 2-0. But what was said in the locker room in that second period? Because you talked about a magic formula. I imagine that's what was tapped into for the IceHogs to come back.
Yes, well, there is no magic formula, I think, is what I say. But we just, again, that's a very skilled team as well, Chicago. And if you you give them space and they get a chance to attack with numbers, they're going to make plays, and they're going to capitalize on it too, and that's what they did to us in that first period. We had a couple situations where we didn't manage the puck as well as we need to against a team like that, and they made us pay a price. So that was it was a tough hole to try and dig out of, but credit to our team, we really dialed it up in the second period and came at them, and shows when we do that, we're pretty difficult to play against. So I think we'd like to bring that from the start tonight.
Manitoba Moose and Rockford IceHogs getting together here in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. And, Coach, final thoughts on this one? I mean, what's going to be the biggest key for success against this group that you don't get to see all that much, but know that 2 points are on the line?
Well, we want to start on time. It's important that we're ready from the beginning, ready to defend, ready to battle, ready to compete, win 50-50s, win lines. We want to play in their half of the rink, and so to do that, we got to be sharp every part of every shift, and so we'll be talking about that.
Coach, thank you for your time. Good luck tonight.
You bet, thanks.
Hey, Coach Jeremy Colliton joining us for the Forest City Diagnostic Imaging Diagnosis of the game. Puck drop between the IceHogs and Moose right around the corner. You're watching Rockford IceHogs hockey on the IceHogs Broadcast Network.